Let's see how Carol Dweck defines growth mindset. In a growth mindset, people believe that their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brains and talent are just the starting point. This view creates a love of learning and a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. Carol Dweck's model demonstrates the difference between fixed mindset and growth mindset. A fixed mindset means believing intelligence is fixed, and a growth mindset means believing that intelligence can grow. We can desire to look smart or to learn. We can avoid or embrace challenges. When we meet obstacles, we can give up or persist. We can see effort as fruitless or as a path to mastery. We can either ignore or learn from criticism. We can see others' success as a threat or as an inspiration to learn. With a fixed mindset, we may plateau early without achieving our full potential. This deterministic view means we believe our behavior is governed by internal or external forces over which we have no control, and free will is an illusion. With a growth mindset, we continually reach higher levels of achievement and have a greater sense of free will. So how does this work with mathematics learning? Boaler's research found that recent evidence from neuroscience is suggesting that mathematics should never be associated with speed, yet mathematics classrooms favor fast, procedural thinkers. Mathematics is the subject with the most fixed mindset thinking. Many students believe that mathematics ability is a gift, and they can either do mathematics or they cannot. Fixed mindset can be identified in classrooms. Children who believe that mathematics ability is a gift and they can either do mathematics or they cannot. In a Year 2 class, the children were active learners as the teacher asked strategic questions, allowed think time, had the children discuss the question with a friend, while collaboratively creating anchor charts of differentiated levels of understanding. The teacher then asked the children to select the level that they were ready to investigate. As the children began to investigate a level that was just beyond their current understanding, one boy said to the teacher,
"I don't know which level to investigate."
The teacher said, "Find the highest level that you understand and then investigate the next level." The child replied,
"But I can't do that level."
And the teacher responded with one word, "Yet." In most mathematics classrooms, mathematics is offered as a dry, abstract, repetitive subject with few opportunities for understanding. This is particularly harmful for girls who have a greater desire for depth of understanding than boys, and higher levels of anxiety when they do not understand. When mathematics is taught well, as a broad multidimensional subject that involves inquiry, making connections, and reasoning about methods, all students achieve at higher levels, and girls choose to participate in mathematics and science. Scientists now understand that when students are anxious, the working memory in the brain is blocked. This is the part of the brain where mathematics facts are held. Onset of mathematics anxiety for students is especially damaging for girls. Fixed mindset thinking affects students from across the achievement spectrum, but it is particularly prevalent among high-achieving girls. Fixed mindset can be identified in classrooms. Boys with fixed mindsets that they are good at mathematics, who tend to overestimate their abilities. And girls with fixed mindsets that they are good at mathematics, who tend to underestimate their abilities. In a Year 3 class, where the children were active learners as the teacher asked strategic questions, allowed think time, had the children discuss the question with a friend, then asked if anyone was ready to share. Only boys raised their hand. Having listened to the children's partner discussions, the teacher knew two things. 1. There were girls who had explained great understanding of the concept. 2. Not all of the boys with their hands raised had. Using their understanding of growth mindset, the teacher asked if any of the girls had some ideas to share. The girls squirmed in their seats. So the teacher asked the girls if they thought that every boy with their hand raised would explain perfect understanding. The girls immediately replied no. Meanwhile, the boys with their hands raised were waiting eagerly to have the opportunity to share their thinking. The teacher asked the boys with their hands raised if they thought they would explain perfectly. Every boy replied yes, still eager to share their thinking. The girls were shocked. The teacher then asked the boys with their hands raised, if their explanation was not perfect, or even incorrect, how would they feel? Every boy simply shrugged and said,
"Yeah, whatever."
The girls were both surprised. The teacher then asked if any girls would like to share their understanding, and a couple of girls tentatively raised their hand. The boys with their hands raised continued to wait eagerly to share. Fixed mindset can be identified in this year's 6th class of students identified as high achieving in mathematics. The teacher had engaged the students in problem solving, where the children were active learners, as the teacher asked strategic questions, allowed think time, had the children discuss the question with a friend, and collaboratively solve problems. The teacher then displayed 3 levels of a similar problem and asked the children to select the level that they wanted to attempt to solve independently. Most boys selected the highest level. Most girls selected the lowest level. No girl selected the highest level. The research around growth mindset is clear. Teaching mathematics relationally rather than instrumentally, and recognizing and addressing fixed mindset as it manifests in our classrooms, will allow every child to reach ever higher levels of understanding.